Project Mosh Pit, how's it going? Wilechase here again, bringing you, obviously, a standard 5th gen battle. This time it's going to be against 235basketball. And as you can tell from the length of this video, this match was 74 turns. And I figured you guys would appreciate a really hyper-competitive match, so figured I'd upload it here. Plus, also, figured I'd upload because got a new channel now because the old one is being all like, oh, you know, stuff, we don't want to come back, so got the new one. Anyways, let's get into this match. Team preview. We both got fairly similar teams. Like, we both got a steel type, we both got a fighting type, we both got a psychic type, we both got a gastro. Only difference is, oh yeah, and we both have a Lottie. But then only difference really in team synergy is he has a heat train as compared to my Gliscor. So this should be a fairly interesting match just because we both have really good team synergies with our teams, and looking at it both ways, it'll be weird. Because also one thing that's going to be a major pain is Skarmory, because my only thing with a super effective move against it is going to be Celebi with HP Fire, and I don't have Earth Power on it. So heat train's going to be a huge pain, but I got a couple guys that kind of disrupt him, so it should be a fairly good match, hopefully. I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, oh, yeah, I mean, 74 turns, what can you expect, right? But, thinking about leads, I'm thinking he's going to want to lead out with Heat Train. Heat Train looks like the most viable lead on his team. Even if it's Special Defensive Train, he can get the rocks up really quick and then cause some hurt. But anyways, I'm going to lead out Terrakion, predicting that this is a mixed Terrakion, which I really regret using this match. It's got like 180 special attack and then a Life Orb and HP Ice and then 3 physical attacking moves. So I lead off with close combat, knowing that he'll probably want to protect the scout, and I know he's going to want to switch here, so I go right for the X Scissor. Hurts at Reinforce like a bitch. Would have been an easy 2-hit KO if I was max attack, but I'm sadly not, so I got to switch out here. Go out to Latios, knowing if he wants to recover, that's fine. I get a free switch in. If he wants to go for Psychic, I can take that. That's no problem. And I know here he may want to set up some Calm Minds on me or predict me to go for the Draco Meteor, so he may want to just recover up. But so I figured that, went for Trick. Here I thought he'd want to switch out just because he really can't stand and do anything because he's locked into Recover now because I tricked him the Choice Specs, which may come into play later just from him having Choice Specs. Won't hurt me too huge from what I'm looking at, so I'm not too concerned. He goes in Heat Train on my Dragon Pulse because like, maybe he'll stay in randomly. I don't fear Heat Train anyways because I got the Surf. It won't do that much because he's probably Special Defensive as you see here, but it'll still do a decent chunk so that I'm not too concerned about him really taking a Dragon Pulse before I Surf him. But he's going to go for Protect here randomly enough because whatever. Just stole him for that leftovers, now that I think about it. But now he's going to go out to Gastrodon, predicting the Surf. I go for it just because, again, I don't fear much of what he has. Gastrodon can't hurt Latios too much. Plus, I do have the Ferrothorn who can come in, take a Toxic. I can even take a Scald if I have to, but I know he's not going to want to go for that, so he's going to switch right out. Gives me a free opportunity to get rocks up, but I don't want to go for it just yet, because I want to try and force a switch of whatever he brings in, because the thing is, whatever he brings in may threaten me out, which Conkeldurr normally would, but I know here's going to want to predict my switch out, go for the bulk up, so I get a quick free Stealth Rocks up, which is perfect, because Stealth Rocks is the most important move of the match. And judging from 74 turns, there is going to be a lot of switching, especially because I need to wear down his Heat Train and Skarmory. It's going to help out a lot. But I'm going to go into Gliscor now. I know I can take any hit he wants to go for, and I get free Leech Seed off of him, so I'm not really going to lose too much since I don't have my Toxic Orb up this turn. But now I got the Poison Heal, and I know he's going to want to switch here, though. He's not doing too much to me, and he's not going to be able to because of that Leech Seed, so I figure he's going to want to switch out to something that can take on Gliscor, maybe like Skarmory or something. So I went out to Gastrodon to try and go for the Scald on the Skarmory, but he brings in Reuniclus, thinking that would be a better matchup. Go for the Earth Power just to damage him. I get a crit Special Defense drop, which means that I do have a chance to take him on this turn, or just deal insane damage. He Psychics me, and I'm like, alright, he's going to want to switch there because of that crit Special Defense drop. So I'm going to go for the Toxic, actually, because I'm like, okay, he's not going to want to stay in, especially since I can stall him out at this point. It's not going to work for him to stay in. So Toxic the Gastrodon, which is going to be really huge just because even though I do have Celebi, like I said, it's not going to do too much with the Heat Train around. So having that Toxic going on him is really nice. But I'm going to go to Ferrothorn, even if he decides to Scald or something. I don't really care. I don't want my Gastrodon to get Toxic. I don't want any chance of it. Ferrothorn does get burned, which does kind of suck. but I will get over it because Ferrothorn's not going to be attacking that much anyways, so really all it's good for is leech seeding, but I know he's going to want to switch out here because not want to take another Power Whip, or any power-ups in general, because I didn't even fire one off this match so far. Gonna go into Gastrodon again, predicting Skarmory. Just gonna go for Scald. Don't want to really bullshit around with it. Again, I don't fear his Gastrodon too much, because I have both Celebi and Ferrothorn, so I can wall him for days if I have to, which here I'm gonna have to switch out again, go into Celebi. Again, take any hit. He's probably gonna want to go for something not Scald-like. And he goes for Toxic, not too concerned. Natural Cure, plus I'm not going to want to stay in too long because Heat Train could come in anyways, so it's not a viable reason for me to stay in. And I switch right out to Terrakion, predicting him just to switch out in general, hoping he goes out to Heat Train, but he actually goes out to his Latias, and I know I can take a hit. I think I'm running a Naive Nature, so I don't know if that lowers special defense or not, but I figure I can take a hit because I do see the leftovers, so I'm like, take it! Terrakion took it! Egg Scissor won't kill though, or bring it down to red because I am not running, like I said, I do not have a max attack. If I did, this match would have gone a little bit different, but gonna go into Gastro now because that's the best thing I have to take a Dragon Pulse because Gastro can usually do that. Like, yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna Toxic him just because I figure, you know, Toxic would be nice on a Latias. And it would be, because Latias can kind of be annoying. And he roars me out thinking, I really don't even know. I guess he thought I might recover up or something. But he has a Toxic Latias now, so that kind of works out badly for him. But I'm going to want to go for the Leech Seed here, I believe. And he goes out to Reuniclus. I didn't think he would, but he did. So now it's Leech Seeded and it's kind of useless. But Ferrothorn was kind of just half fodder anyways. So it's like whatever. But now I'm going to go into Latios. If he goes for Focus Blast, I can take it. If he goes for anything, I can take it, actually, as a matter of fact. So I figure, alright, let's bring in Latios. Goes for Recover, which means, you know, he's at higher health. Plus now he's locked into it, so I figure free Dragon Pulses. Lure him into thinking I'm going to keep going for Dragon Pulse, and then eventually go for Surf as he tries to scout me out and figure out what I'm going to try and do. So that sounds like a sound game plan right there. And now he's going to go into Heatran, which I believe I Surf it. No, I do just Dragon Pulse it. I guess, just thinking, hey, he's going to stay in with Reuniclus for some reason. But really, again, like I was saying before, I'm not too threatened by Heatran anyway, so I don't feel too concerned with going for multiple, whatevers. But getting go for Surf, he lures me into it with Gastro. Again, I don't fear it. The only thing I really fear is having in Celebi at a bad opportunity, but Latios is so versatile with the rest of my team that it's not too huge of a deal. But I'm going to go into Ferrothorn, just try and fodder it out so I can get a free switch into something. And like I said before, Ferrothorn's burn, not too huge of a asset to me right now because of how low of health it was anyways, so figure I can just fodder it out really quick. Maybe outspeed, but I don't outspeed, so now he'll just take me out with, or try and take me out with a Scald. And then I miss Power Whip. I guess he thought I would switch predicting Earth Power again, but miss Power Whip, which means that he won't be low on health. I could have had a chance to kill him too, but lose that chance, and now I die, so that kind of sucks. But Celebi comes in now. I can easily threaten him out with anything I can go for, and I decided to go for the Giga Drain just because I want to try and get a little bit of health back. Even if it's from Heat Train, I know I can get a little bit back. He brings in Latios though because he knows he can wall me. I get a crit, doesn't really matter though too much in the long run because I know he's probably going to just want to recover up here, which he does. And I decided to set up a nasty plot, kind of to bait him into roaring me because I don't want to actually take a hit, and I know, or I don't want any other Pokemon to take a hit. I know Celebi can take a couple Dragon Pulses, and I got Recover, so I can get that stall going, plus, again, racking up Toxic damage. So I go for the Giga Drain now, does a good chunk, get back up to full, which I was like 5 away from it anyway, so it's like, whatever. Latios comes in, which is pretty lucky, and I'm like, do I want to risk winning the speed tie or losing it? Because if I lose the speed tie, I know I live, but I take a huge amount of damage, which could play in the key later, but I decided, let's risk it, and he wins the speed tie, unfortunately. So now I get hit by Dragon Pulse, but I hit him with my Dragon Pulse. That will take him out, but now my Latios is really low health, so I got to play it a bit more conservatively just because it's an important asset to everything. Reuniclus comes back in, don't want to take a hit. I got Gastrodon, he can take a hit instead, which it kind of takes it slightly, but I can at least start to recover up since I know I'm faster and hopefully kind of stall it out. Well, not really stall it out, just get back to a decent amount of health and then be able to just hit him piece by piece later on, which is the plan, because I keep recovering, he keeps psychicking, thinking he's in a decent enough position to do that, and he probably is, and he finally gets a special defense drop, which kind of baits me into switching out, which does kind of suck, and I'm going to have to take that bait because I have nothing else I want to, or not that, I just need Gastrodon in general because it will play a huge role in general, so I might as well keep it. But I go to Celebi, who's probably my next best thing to take a Psychic, and takes it pretty well actually, so I probably should have done this first, but I decided to just go right for Giga Drain in case you want to stay in. And again, Heat Train, since I know he doesn't have Toxic now, I can switch into it freely with Gastrodon and just kind of play some little shit with it. But I decided, Gliscor, let's go, because I know I can take a hit from this thing, and I know I'm probably faster. And he roars me out to Gastrodon, which is like, okay, that kind of works out for me, because now I have Gastro in for free, and he's going to be forced to just kind of take something. But I go for Earth Power, just because I figure that can take it out. And he's probably not going to go to, I think he still has his Gastrodon, right? That, or I don't really remember. Yeah, I think he still has his Gastrodon. But I go for Earth Power again, just in case you want to go to Gastrodon. But he goes into Skarmory now. I'm going to want to just go for Scald, try and burn it, because if I get that burn, that'll get me a huge edge on this Skarm. And that Scald does a massive amount, which will play, why do I keep saying it'll play in a key later? But it'll just really help out a lot, just trying to wear down the Skarm. And just judging from how much that Scald did without any boost, I figure a Surf should still do a lot to it, so I just go right for it. He brings back in Reuniclus, and that's no problem. I can fire off a Draco Meteor, judging by that damage from Surf. Dragon Pulse would do about half, meaning Draco would do about 70%. Takes him right out, which is fucking amazing, because now that Reuniclus is out of the way, and that'll give me a bit more leniency to kind of try and take on the rest of his team. Brings back in Skarmory, though. I decided to Surf him, thinking he may want to go for the Whirlwind, predicting my switch, but he's going to just go right for Roost just to get back his health and, you know, be in a better position to try and take me on, which sucks, but oh well, I'm going to have to deal with that. But I'm going to have to switch out here because I'm at -2. I'm not in a good spot. I'm going to go into Gliscor, though, figuring he may want a Whirlwind again. Plus, I just kind of want to get something out or in for free. And I figured Gliscor is the best thing to kind of be that little in-between guy. So now I'm going to switch out, go into Celebi, kind of baiting him again to go for something or another, but figure I can just hit him with an HP Fire, get him as low as possible so that anything else can come in and take him out besides Gliscor. But I'm like, alright, let's fire off something, and that something I believe is Hidden Power, yep, because I just wanted to damage Skarm, and Heat Drain's going to come back in, and it's getting that Flash Fire boost, but I do have Terrakion to sack, because Terrakion's so low, hasn't really been in this match anyways, and it's just going to go down because everything else was way too important to me, so sorry Terrakion, you got sacked. Anyways, going to bring in Latios. Figure this guy's Surf is my best chance. I don't want to bring in Gastrodon just yet, even though it would have been a good idea to recover up and then be in a good position against the rest of his guys, but also he still has that Conkeldurr waiting in the wings, which Gastro can't really take on, so I'm like, let's just fucking do it. But here, I predict him to go to Gastro after I bait him into Surfing again and hit that Gastro down really low. Another Dragon Pulse will take him out, which is amazing because now Celebi, actually nothing to do with Celebi, my Gastrodon will have a bit easier time on his team. Now he's going to bring in Conkeldurr, though. He's going to bait me into going for the Draco Meteor here by bringing Conkeldurr. Double switch out, not double switch, just switch out to Skarmory. I do go for the Draco. I miss, unfortunately, because that would have been huge damage on Skarm. Because I'm pretty sure it would have done a bit more than Surf, just because after Stab. Actually, no, it wouldn't. Or wait, is Draco 140? Yeah, Draco's 140. It would have done more than Surf. But I go for Surf there. He Whirlwinds me out to Gliscor. Really bad, because the Gliscor can't take on a Skarmory. Because I don't have Taunt. I can't take Brave Birds too well, so I'm just going to go right back out to Latios and hope he doesn't Brave Bird, but he Whirlwinds again, but he gets me into Celebi this time, which I can just go right for an HP Fire, hopefully, and try and hit it, but he's probably going to want to switch out to Heat Train again. The question is if I do predict it or not, but Heat Train comes in, and I'm all like, let's go for Hidden Power again. I need that Skarm out of the way. If Skarm's out of the way, that means I get a Gliscor sweep. Now, with what he has left, if I get rid of Heat Train, I have a Celebi sweep. If I get rid of the Skarmory, I have a Gliscor sweep. So it's just a matter of which one I get rid of first. I want to try and get rid of Skarmory, though, because that's a bit more knowing of a threat. But I decided leaving Celebi for Death Fodder because I figure it'll be easier for me to work around his team with Gastrodon. But he's going to switch out of his thingy because he's like, I don't want to take an Earth Power. He goes in Conkeldurr, which does threaten me, but I'm like, okay, he's probably going to want to bulk up this turn and not Drain Punch. And I know it's a stupid idea. Or no, I don't do it this turn. I just go right out to Gliscor. I was thinking, I forgot I didn't actually Toxic him. That's a different match I'm thinking of. Wow, I'm sorry. But anyways, you can go right into Gliscor. He can take a Drain Punch easily. And I can probably just set up on him too, but I know he still has that Skarmory, and I can't set up on a Skarmory, so that kind of puts a hamper on my situation. But I do just Earthquake, try and damage the Conkeldurr. I'm playing it more safely right now, just because of the fact that I'm in a position where I can play it safely, just because I do have a bit of leniency I can work off of. Not too much, but a little bit that I can make some safe plays here. So anyways, he goes for Brave Bird. I thought he would want to Whirlwind out, predicting my Gastrodon, but now I'm like, alright, he's getting a Brave Bird. I'm just going to go out to Gastrodon. He can take one Brave Bird, and if he's just going to be firing off Brave Birds to try and sack Skarmory, that actually helps me out a ton, because if this Skarmory's out of the way, like I said, I can kill him off all of his guys with Gliscor, but he's just going to roost up here thinking, hey, I can take on this Gastrodon somewhat, but Scald's going to do a good enough amount where he might not be able to. Plus, if I eventually get the burn on this thing, or even get a burn on Conkeldurr, I know that I can eventually wear down any of his guys if I get a Scald going on something well enough. But he's just going to Brave Bird there. Brings me down pretty low. I'm hoping Scald will take him out, and unfortunately, that Brave Bird damage was just enough to take him out, and that is bye-bye Skarm. Anyways, he brings in Conkeldurr here. I figure he's just going to want to go for Drain Punch, try and get rid of Gastrodon, and he does. Takes me out. That's bye-bye Gastro. But now I get a free switch into Gliscor, which, like I said before, if I get Gliscor in, now that Skarmory's gone, I'll have an easier time with him. But I decided to go right for Earthquake instead of SDing up first, thinking, okay, this will be the better option. Unfortunately, though, it wasn't, because he bulks up, so I should have SD'd, but at least I got a little bit of extra damage off on him. Then I'm going to go for the Swords Dance right here, and he's going to opt to go for Drain Punch, get a little bit of health back. Does a good chunk. I'm not okay with that damage. That is really, really, really not good. But hopefully a +2 Earthquake should be enough to do to a Camom, actually, to his +1. And it looks like it will, but he bulks up here. Not really good for me, because now Drain Punch will be doing a lot more, and Payback will even do more. So I gotta really hope I can take some hit here. So I go right for Earthquake. I can't bullshit around at this point. He goes right for Payback, though, and that'll bring me down insanely low to a point where Mach Punch could take me out. Now, depending on what he wants to do here, it's someone's game. And I go for Protect. I figured he'd be baited into going for Mach Punch, and he is. If he bulk up there, he would have had a possible chance of still winning, but because he went for that Mach Punch there, thinking I'd want to predict his bulk up, I'm able to Earthquake him out, and all he's going to have left is this Heat Train. I'm faster, and I can take him right out with the Earthquake, so that will make it be the match, and that is probably my longest narration ever. Oh my god. But anyways, Project Moshpit, that is the match. Good game, 235 basketball. That was really a doozy of a match. I know I couldn't keep up with myself all the time, but, you know, it's an 18-minute video sped up 3 times, you know. But it was still a really fucking fun match. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure you guys go check out my new channel if you haven't checked it out yet, because, you know, I kind of lost a few subscribers from having to change channels, so, yeah, that's there. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, blah, 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 etc., etc. Rate, comment, sub, and later, guys.